My honor and privilege to introduce the Director of Athletics from Texas A&M University, Bill Byrne, and I believe he has an announcement he'd like to make. Bill.
Thank you, Alan. Howdy. Howdy. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate this. One of my favorite philosophers is Ralph Waldo Emerson. He wrote that life is a journey, not a destination. I'd like to talk today about my journey, but also about arriving at a destination, because I'm here to announce my retirement as Director of Athletics at Texas A&M. It's been a great journey in the last 10 years. The men who hired me, Bob Gates, Larry Mays, Ben Kokenauer, and Jerry Cox, are some of the most amazing people I've ever worked with. They are among the most extraordinary leaders I've ever been around. Men who care deeply about this university and have the vision and courage to always put the best interests of Texas A&M as their chief core value. In addition, it has been an honor to work with every single one of our coaches. I love everyone because of your dedication to our student athletes, because of how hard you work. You're an incredible bunch. Over the last 10 years, the 12-man foundation, get this number, has raised $110 million to make improvements for every single one of our teams. All those new buildings that you see out there that we've built over the last 10 years, we've virtually paid cash for every single one of them. We're debt-free, except for the zone that we're at building. I think the one thing that Bob Gates challenged me to do when he hired me was to change the culture at Texas A&M. From going from a culture where we hoped to win, where we expected to win. And if you listen to what has happened over the last 10 years, our students, our coaches, and all of you expect to win when the Aggies take the field. I guess the thing that I wish we would have had is Woodmore football. It's the sport I probably know most about, and last year was an absolute crusher for me. I mean, we lost 4 games by 9 points, and all of a sudden we dropped 60 balls. I thought we were so much better last year athletically and team speed and all the right things, but we didn't win the close ones. And that last season crushed me. That was really a crusher. I'm coming back here to watch the Aggies. I'm going to be just like the rest of you. I'm going to bitch about the ticket prices. I'm going to complain about the concession stands and everything. I'm going to be just like the rest of you.
You know, the university obviously has gone through so much transition, SEC, new football coach. Do you feel like your voice was heard enough during that process? And do you feel like you're pleased with where the university is headed in those changes?
You know what? Those are decisions that are made above my pay grade. And so my dad was a soldier, my mom was an Army nurse. You're taught to salute and carry on.
Are you a little nervous about who they're going to hire and who they'll bring in ultimately?
Always. Because you're only as good as your leader.
What kind of confidence do you have that they would bring in somebody equally as dynamic?
I don't even know who's on the committee to choose them, but I hope that there's a few doggone coaches that have the national sense, not the regional sense. The national sense that would be on some of those committees like Pat Henry or Sumlin or Childers or somebody like that. You need input from coaches as well, from former athletic directors. Tell you who should be on the committee? Bill Byrne.
He's given every head coach every resource that they need to be as successful as they can possibly be. And the one thing that the only person any head coach here at Texas A&M or Nebraska could blame if they didn't get it done was the person in the mirror. And what a great person to work for. And he came here with the motto of building champions, and he certainly has done that.
He may not know the X's and O's of what soccer tactics are, but he knew that the kids that were performing those tactics were the most important thing. And I think one of the best legacies that he has is just across the street from our stadium is the Bill Byrne Student Athlete Center over at Bluebell Park. And again, because that's where his emphasis always was bringing the best kids, bringing the best athletes, and winning will follow.
When it comes to what I will miss most about being an athletic director, that's easy. I'll miss the student athletes. They're the reason I did athletics in my career. I'm proud of what we've accomplished, and I really thank you from the heart, bottom of my heart, for giving me this opportunity.